Alright everybody, I'm here with Dr. Nelson. He's going to answer some of your questions that you've been asking. So we'll start with Dr. Nelson and start with Craig Wilson here, his first question.
Craig says, question, is your experience of what seems to be the biggest reason for non-REM sleep? What keeps you from not getting into REM sleep? Well, first of all, REM sleep is not deep sleep. It's alpha, it's delta and theta sleep. It could be worry, it could be anxiety, it could be a neurotransmitter imbalance in the brain. Guys, a lot of these things is not, you want to buy a box of cereal, buy a box of cereal. None of this stuff is that linear. Some is. Here's a lot you need to understand. They measure blood samples in babies now at UTA, University of Texas, Austin. The average baby has 200 toxic chemicals in it.
Wow.
So what's the environment doing? It's killing us. You got to learn how to detox.
That's right.
And detoxes are different for everybody. There's a question here, how do you detox the liver? The answer is you call me. And
yeah, the liver performs over 80 functions for the body, and there's all sorts of underlying root causes. And
there's 3 million enzyme reactions per second in the liver.
Wow.
And I'm one of the few doctors that addresses that. The guy said, the kind that keeps you from waking up feeling refreshed. Well, that could be an adrenal problem, it could be a pituitary problem. So, and that's the case where you call me. 702-610-3081. Okay, second one. Nancy Fisher, who I know. A ProMed treatment for parasites as well as the order of operation. What has to be treated before it? Number one is to get rid of mycotoxins in yeast. Number two may or may not be virus. In Europe, when we studied all you people, we treat parasites and virus probably at the same time. Nancy, it depends on what you test for. And we don't do everything at once, okay?
That's right. For me, I had mold. Dr. Nelson treated mold first, and then he treated virus and parasites at the same time with different protocols.
Very, very low doses of stuff sometimes.
That's right.
So Nancy again. 702-610-3081. Okay, Emily Rose. I have Lyme, mold, and my worst issue is bad chemical sensitivity. Emily, can you say liver? Nobody's addressing your liver. Now, if you get continued exposure, that's a different deal, but we still have to treat it. It's so bad that a dryer sheet or delayed plug in the wall will cause me to seize. Well, I'd be looking at liver, I'd be looking at parasite. You try to avoid scented things. This is assuming that you're not living in a moldy place. Is this fixable? Yes, but we have to treat the liver, the brain, and the liver and the small bowel. So again, phone number 702-610-3081. Nancy Torres. I'm going to tell all you guys something about Lyme, and you can spread this video as far as you want. There is no such thing as Lyme. Lyme testing is grossly inaccurate. There are several labs that say that you can get a battery of tests for Lyme. That is not true. When we did the blood biopsy studies at Michigan State, which is Nobel Prize group of guys, I didn't get the Nobel Prize. I was on the group of guys that did. Dr. Furta got the Nobel Prize along with Dr. Agnew. Let me go back here. Lyme is a series of infections, and when we did the data, we studied 10,000 patients for 10 years at Michigan State University. I'm sure you've heard of that. Anybody here has heard of the colleges in the Big Ten concept, or you're just not academically inclined? I can't help that. So, if you look up Lyme, and this is a protocol book that you will never see because it's proprietary to this clinic. So let me look up Lyme for you. And this is guidelines only. And of course I can't get the L here. So Lyme is a label, but it's a bunch of mixed infections. Okay. Causes. It's a vector-borne illness. It's spirochetal infection, which is a parasite. And they're all saying it's Borrelia burgdorferi, or Dorfianodot, or Babesia. What are those? They're parasites. Most cases with Lyme's, we found it to be largely a combination of a virus and parasite.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
And then I had mold on top of it, which made it worse.
Yeah.
But Dr. Nelson told me it's a classification of Lyme. You do not have I didn't get it from a bug bite, but I still had Lyme. So it was interesting for me to learn
so
that.
we talked about that. Nicole Torres.
Yeah.
How do I treat EBV? Well, we have a very complex yet simple, that sounds stupid, a very complex yet simple protocol for EBV. I've had EBV, and once they're come back. There is not an internet single entity that will treat EBV. And largely, and also if you have EBV, you probably got parasites. So again, call us, 702-610-3081. Rico, who I've talked to, he is in, I think, Spain. I have a lot of people in foreign countries. What is your strategy to balance minerals and remove copper? The biggest thing that removes copper is molybdenum and manganese, but you have to be very careful because if you overdo it,
Right.
then you run into problems and you get molybdenum and manganese overgrowth. So there's broad-based minerals. You also have to look at potassium levels or things like that. So our next call, Rico, we can talk about that. Okay, Anna Ochoa. I have fibromyalgia. Well, now you know what I'm telling you. Fibromyalgia is pain and inflammation in the lymphatic tissue. Everybody thinks it's muscular. It doesn't have to be. So how do you treat it? You treat the cause of it, and at the same time, we give you a couple of German homeopathics that start killing the pain. Again, I sound like a telethon. 702-610-3081. All right, next one. Martha Kirkland Cuthbert. Does it make any sense therapeutically to begin treating a mold patient while they are still exposed to mold? Well, that's a tough question. The answer is, if you can't move out of mold, then we can start treating you. There are certain air filters that will help you. But yes, I've had people living in mold. We've treated mold, and they've gotten at least 50 to 60% better. So there are people that stuck in a moldy house because they can't move. It's different if you can afford to get out of the house, burn it down, and build something.
That's what I did. I tore my house down and got a new one. But
so again, Martha, and I appreciate all these questions. 702-610-3081. Okay, Angela Moore, is ADHD and Tourette's caused by metal poisoning? Maybe. Metal poisoning is one thing. Other thing is exposure to petrochemicals. People live in South Texas, Louisiana, where there's a lot of refineries. That's part of the contributory problem. Also, it can be from head trauma. It can also be from vaccines.
Vaccines, yeah.
We also have to stabilize his neurotransmitters and get him the right B complex, his 8-year-old grandson, okay? He has it bad. Angela, that's a case where you call me. 702-610-3081. We have had his mercury fillings removed, and he has received all vaccines recommended. Well,
that's not good.
It's my opinion that vaccines are toxic. It's only mine. Now, there's a doctor in Michigan who's gone after the vaccine companies. Very well-known guy, but I'm not going to tell you who he is. He has actually blasted the vaccines. And what he did is he'd taken the package insert from the vaccine companies, Merck and AstraZeneca, and held it up to the camera. And the feds have tried to come after him. He said, look, here, your own data, you printed it right here.
Nobody reads that.
They can't touch him.
Wow.
Because they have literally exposed their own data. See, it says, what else? All vaccines. I do have an infrared blanket. Will this help detoxify? Yeah. You got to be very, very careful. I don't like a blanket. I like particular saunas.
Dr. Nelson likes to control the environment and the exact temperature and how long somebody's in it.
But if you're got a sauna and an electric detoxifying blanket, a thermal infrared, may or may not, but you got to be very careful. He's only 8 years old, and you can dehydrate him. I'm not going to tell you how long and how often because I don't use infrared blankets. So again, 702-610-3081. Okay. Donza Carpenter George Ivy. If MS is not the cause of neurogenic bladder, if it is or is not, can mold cause demyelinization of nerves? Absolutely.
Yep.
And a lot of times hidden MS is hidden mycotoxins in yeast, and you have to kill off the mycotoxin in the yeast candida and start regenerating the bladder at the same time. A lot of these people at CSC, so what tests need to be done to prove it. There isn't one. There's not a good test other than a VCUMG, which is a voiding urinary cystomitourethrogram. That's what it's called.
Man.
And all that tells you is how quickly the bladder empties. Mayo says his mold is gone.
I don't know how they could know that.
Mayo's wrong because you can never completely get rid of mold unless you take care of the mycotoxins. Maybe later this week I can go through some of the mycotoxins, but everything you kill off needs a trail. We were told 2 years it takes to get better. Husband still has to self-cap. Depends on what he's eating, it depends if he can active, it can be lifestyle. It could be that his pubic bones are out of place. And again, you call me, a lot of people don't look for pubic bones or lower back. But Don's, it really depends on what his underlying problems are again.
Diet is really key with a lot of these things, too.
Diet is a big deal. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
So 702-610-3081. Paul. I think he's Polish. My Polish friend. He is a foreign patient. How do you work with chopped up bile ducts? Well, first of all, you can't chop up a bile duct or you're dead. We've got to stimulate bile. We've got to stimulate the bile ducts. We have to worry about scar tissue. Paul, you need to message me on that. Wendy, this is a good one. This is called the one-size-fits-all myth. Wendy Ryan, how can we detox the liver? Call me. Because it depends on, I have about 35 different detox protocols for livers. It depends on how much you can take, how much you can tolerate, what your other probabilities are. But again, you need to call me.
Tell them about the general protocol you're going to offer.
Well, I don't have it yet.
Oh.
I'm working on it.
Never mind.
We'll do it. We're going to do a general protocol.
That's a little more affordable.
Without my consultation fee, that's going to be, and I haven't added it up yet. But basically, let's see. I think we could, now, and you don't talk to me,